In the news at 7, Humanitarian Minister Nentawe Yewalda emerges All Progressives Congress National Chairman. National Population Commission restates commitment to ensuring transparent conduct of upcoming census. Cholera outbreak claimed 13 lives in Niger State. And from the foreign scene, 12 persons die as Thailand and Cambodia forces battle for supremacy at border. Good evening and welcome to News at 7 on Osrc TV. Kunle Ariyo is my name. The National Executive Committee of All Progressives Congress has named the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Social Development, Professor Yewalda Nentawe, the substantive chairman of the party. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, who held the Progressive Governors Forum, announced the motion at the 14th meeting of the committee holding at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. The motion was seconded by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, before he took the oath of office in the presence of party bigwigs. Professor Nentawe, who hails from Plateau State, North Central Zone, was the APC's governorship candidate in the 2023 elections. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has revealed plans to build a new national secretariat for the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Abuja. Tinubu made the declaration at the APC National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja, but did not specify the time. The party's caretaker extraordinary convention planning committee named the present National Secretariat building after Buhari in June 2021. The party held its last NEC meeting at Abuja House, but it moved today's emergency meeting to the presidential villa. The National Population Commission (NPC) has restated its unwavering commitment to ensuring the availability of accurate and reliable data to guide national planning and development. At a courtesy visit to Afenifere leader Parubel Fashionoti in Akure, the Federal Commissioner representing Ondo State, Olukemi Iyoton, emphasized the critical role of census data in shaping the nation's future. Our correspondent Abidemi Akinrotoye now reports.
With Nigeria's population steadily growing, the importance of an accurate and credible census cannot be overestimated. Population data remains the bedrock for effective governance, policy formulation, infrastructure development, and equitable resource allocation. In an effort to sensitize and mobilize support for the forthcoming national population and housing census, the Federal Commissioner of the NPC in Ondo State, Olukemi Iyoton, paid a courtesy visit to Afenifere leader Parubel Fashionoti.
I recognize your leadership as our father, as our leader, and as everything to us in Ondo State. Looking at it very critically, not about the census alone, we look at it that for national development, we need reliable and accurate data. So we, the Population Commission, we are the commission prepared and representing the national, the Nigeria community and Ondo State in developing this nation.
The visit provided a platform for open dialogue on the necessity of credible census figures. Historically, population census in Nigeria has been riddled with controversy. Allegation of data manipulation and political interference have tainted the credibility of past exercise. But Iyoton assured that the upcoming census will mark a departure from the past. She reaffirmed that the process will be transparent, technology-driven, and free from political influence.
This time around, the kind of census we are going to have is going to be biometrics, where you have to thumbprint ẹ mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́nìkan tó ní ìka kan èèyàn méjì kan ò lè ní ìka kan so by then because ìgbà tó ń lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn kan ní Nàìjíríà báyìí wọ́n sọ pé ẹ lè wọlé wọn o wọ́n á nọ̀sẹ̀ síta pẹ́sẹ̀ wọn nìkan lẹ́nìkà ṣe mọ̀ pé pọ̀ tí irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn aṣọ wá rí pé òjòrò ló fẹ́ wọ bẹ̀ yẹn kò sí bá a ṣe lè èèyàn mẹ́wàá lè wá níbi kan báyìí kan ka ẹsẹ̀ 50 gbàtà àbá rójú wọn ọ̀dẹ́ tá a fẹ́ ṣe sí ta bá wọlé àwọn mélòó ló wà níbí ẹni tá a bá ti kà ẹ ti kà ó yá ẹ tẹ̀ka possibly a dẹ̀ máa ṣe face capture a capture ojú wọn á ya fọ́tò ojú ẹ̀ nígbà tá a bá rójú ẹ̀ á mọ̀ pé kà kan ló ní o lè lójú kan báyìí kò ní ka méjì so these are some of the things that we want to use to control those things.
Paruben Fashoranti, in his remarks, applauded the Commission's renewed approach, particularly the integration of biometric data and fingerprint technology. He described it a bold move to eliminate manipulation and reduce interstate rivalries, often associated with census results.
I want to answer, how do we do it? Akura wants to be larger than Ondo. Ilawo wants to be larger than Ondo. The last one, Ilawo was much larger than Akura. I will know the size of Ilawo. How do we prevent this? The rivalry among the states. Any formula you want to use, any projection you want to use, it's a very important point.
As preparations intensify, the MPC is building alliances with traditional institutions, civil society, and political stakeholders to ensure public trust and participation. Through a collaborative and inclusive strategy, the Commission hopes to deliver a census that will not only reflect the true demographic profile of the country, but also support long-term development planning, especially in states like Ondo. By investing in accurate data, today, Nigeria can lay the foundation for a better governed, more equitable tomorrow. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
We'll now take a break now. When we'll come back, we'll give you more stories. Please, stay with us.
Go.
On the 11th of November, I went to the Nigerian High Commission to sort out my passport. I did my biometrics and everything. And guess what? 48 hours later, at 6 minutes past 11 on the 13th of November, I have one passport.
Tireless effort on renovation and rejigging the Ministry of Interior, passports issuance, lessen the frustration of Nigerian homes and abroad on the time that has been taken. You've created a change in the dynamic and the game.
Powered by Grassroots Movement for Tinubu GMT, Ondo State Chapter. GMT, in God we trust.
The Nigeria Broadcasting Awards TMBA is back for its second edition. Are you the voice behind the mic, the face on the screen, or the producer of that story that moves the nation? Broadcasters from Bond member stations can now submit their best work. Entries open from July 1st to July 31st, 2025. There are 12 award categories, each for radio and television, from Best Station of the Year to Best News, Drama, Sports, Documentary, and Talk shows, whether in English or rendered in indigenous languages. Eligible entries are for works aired between January 1st and December 31st, 2024. Do you have what it takes to be named Presenter of the Year, Reporter of the Year, Newscaster of the Year, or Channel of the Year? Then visit www.tmbaawards.ng on how to submit your entries. The Nigeria Broadcasting Awards, celebrating excellence.
You're welcome back and thanks for joining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. Social media has become one of the most dominant means of communication in today's world. While it offers convenience and connectivity, it also comes with a number of hidden dangers affecting both youth and adults. With increasing usage among all age groups, concerns are growing about its negative impact. Our correspondent Oluwanifemi Abayomi reports.
In today's digital world, social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok are deeply woven into our daily lives. With over 4.95 billion global users as of 2025, and Nigeria spending an average of 3 to 4 hours daily on these platforms, social media has become a powerful force, both for good and harm. But as screen time increases, so does the risk. Studies show that over 70% of Nigerian teenagers use social media daily, with many reporting sleep disruption, anxiety, and decreased concentration due to overexposure. The World Health Organization links excessive use to poor academic performance and low self-esteem among youth. Tokbe, a fashion designer, explains the distraction he faces while using social media.
So sometimes you are looking, maybe you are watching side now, they just bring another hit, like all this sexual something online. Then if you don't remove it, it will start playing. So all those things, because nowadays online is making many things that is affecting you nowadays. There are so many of it online. So if you don't know how to, let me just say, have your own attitude of let me just say removing it from your age, so it will affect you negatively in another way.
Beyond distractions, research by Statista reveals that 1 in 5 young users has experienced cyberbullying, while nearly 30% of adult users have encountered online scams or fraud.
I've never seen someone close to me that I've but I know some people online that have experienced it. All those people, all those celebrities. Because I already saw some things online that people are talking to them in negative way, maybe something like that.
There is this online scamming. They say you should click and have the next thing you see that the person gets that he has been scammed. So those are some of the negative effect of social media. If you are not careful, you will be caught up with the vibes, with the a lot of things that happens that you lost track of time. At the end of the day, you'll not be able to achieve what you are supposed to achieve. Addiction is another danger. Psychologists describe social media dependency as a modern behavioral disorder, with individuals checking their phones over 100 times a day, often unknowingly. If you are not disciplined, you just find out that you wanted to spend 15 minutes, you already spent 2-3 hours without. It's not that maybe you are trading online, just watching one celebrity to another. Privacy is another major concern, as reports found that 48% of Nigerian users have shared personal information such as addresses, phone numbers, or banking details on social platforms, making them prime suspects for cyber criminals.
You see, some parents, whatever they do, even they quarrel in the family, they will expose it. They expose their secret to the whole world. Parents fighting, parents having misunderstanding in the family, quarreling, they post it in social media. Sometimes when I come across that, I feel disappointed. How will you be exposing your family problem to the whole world, and you don't know who and who is watching it? Some people will capitalize on that, and they will now behave the way they did not supposed to behave. So my advice is that there should be limitation to everything we do on social media for our own good.
Experts warn that poor online habits, especially among minors, can lead to long-term behavioral issues. Parents are encouraged to implement screen time limits and engage children in healthier offline activities. While social media can be a valuable tool for learning, networking, and expression, the hidden dangers must not be ignored. Proper guidance, self-discipline, and digital literacy are essential to ensure safe and responsible use. Oluwanifemi Abayomi, Osrc News.
6 persons have been arrested by operatives of Bayelsa State Police Command over their involvement in alleged cases of vandalism and theft of solar panels in parts of the state. The police said the suspects were caught with stolen solar panels and iron cutting equipment and are assisting in investigations to unravel those involved in buying the stolen items. Bayelsa State Commissioner of Police Francis Ido assured that the suspect would be prosecuted. Ido said solar street light thieves operate along lonely stretches of roads in Yenegua and other parts of the state. There has been a recent upsurge in vandalism and theft of solar panel components of solar street light installed by the Bayelsa State government and the Niger Delta Development Commission across the state. At least 13 people have died from cholera outbreak in 6 local government areas in Niger State. Also, 236 people have been hospitalized in the affected places. The state government, expressing worry over the development, opened an isolation center at the old wing of the late Senator Idris Ibrahim Kuta Primary Health Care Center. The government has also set up treatment and isolation centers in each of the affected local government areas to stop the spread. Commissioner for Primary Health Care in the state, Ibrahim Dangana, who confirmed the outbreak, said the government had swung into action by setting up a multi-sectorial approach to halt the epidemic in the 6 local government areas. The federal government has completed its first 5-year implementation review of Africa Continental Free Trade Area, marking a critical step in Nigeria's quest to unlock the full potentials of intra-African trade and position the country as a regional economic powerhouse. The assessment, which aligns with Article 28 of the AFCFTA agreement, evaluates Nigeria's progress in implementing key protocols and commitments under the agreement, coordinated by Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment with technical and financial support from the United Nations Development Programme Regional Bureau for Africa. The review underscores Nigeria's leadership in regional integration and its commitment to building a diversified, inclusive and globally competitive economy. The appraisal followed the establishment of Trade Areas Central Coordination Committee in March 2025. The Sultanate Council of Sokoto has called on Muslims across Nigeria to look out for the crescent moon, signaling the beginning of Safar 1447 AH today, corresponding to the 29th of Muharram. Though a statement by Wazirin Sokoto and chairman of the Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Professor Sambo Junaido, the council emphasized the importance of moon sighting in marking the start of each Islamic lunar month. Those who sight the new moon are urged to promptly report to the nearest district or village head, who will forward the information to the Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Alhaji Muhammad Said Abubakar. The appearance of the Safar moon marks the second month in the Islamic calendar following Muharram. French media conglomerate Canal Plus has officially acquired full ownership of MultiChoice Group, the parent company of DSTV and GoTV, in a landmark $3 billion deal. The acquisition, which gives Canal Plus the remaining 55% stake it did not previously own, was approved by South Africa's Competition Tribunal. The approval comes after months of intense negotiation and regulatory reviews and paves the way for the deal to be finalized by October 8, 2025. While the tribunal gave the green light, it imposed several public interest conditions to protect local content and maintain South Africa's media sovereignty. The deal represents a major strategic expansion for Canal Plus into Africa's booming media and entertainment market, having already operating in 25 African countries. And straight to the foreign scene now, Israel is refusing to review the visa of a top UN humanitarian official in occupied Palestinian territories. It is also imposing a 1-month limit for visas of Osrc's international staff. The move has been widely condemned and comes at a time when more than 2 million people in Gaza are facing starvation. Oyewumi Ayenibara tells us more.
In a Security Council meeting, Israel said it would impose restrictions on the UN's Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, known as OCHA, the main agency overseeing humanitarian efforts in Gaza.
Hundreds of OCHA employees are undergoing security vetting. Key employees will not have their permits renewed following clear evidence of strong affiliation with Hamas. Some were even involved in the atrocities of October 7. Israel will no longer grant automatic visas to OCHA's international staff. Visas will now be limited to 1 month's terms.
The UN said the inflammatory accusations against OCHA are unfounded, but that the restrictions against the organization will have an impact.
It makes things more complicated, right? That's the bottom line. It makes things more difficult. It makes things more challenging, and it's going in the wrong direction.
It's all part of an Israel pattern to dismantle and discredit any UN agency it feels is blocking its attempt to displace and transfer Palestinians in Gaza. In the past 20 months, Israel has killed 330 staff members from the UN's Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, known as ENRA, bombed UN schools and World Food Program warehouses, arrested UN staff, and declared Secretary General Antonio Guterres personnel non-grade.
UNRWA, OCHA, WFP, ICRC, WHO. No flag. Protect them anymore. They tell the truth about the horrible situation in Gaza. They are the witness of a genocide.
Clashes between Thai and Cambodian troops at their disputed border have killed at least 12 people. The fighting marks an escalation of a dispute between the two Southeast Asian neighbors that dates back more than a century. Most of the casualties were civilians from 3 Thai provinces, according to Thailand's army, which also reported that several people were injured. Both sides exchanged gunfire early today, with each claiming the other had triggered the conflict. It escalated quickly, with Thailand accusing Cambodia of firing rockets and Babcock carrying out airstrikes on Cambodia military targets. And straight to sports now, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria have lost by a lone goal to the Young Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire in the final of the 2025 WAFU B Under-20 Boys Tournament held in Accra, Ghana. The Ivorian team had a flawless tournament, winning all 5 matches and demonstrating their dominance over their opponent. They edged Burkina Faso 2-1 in their opening match conquered Nigeria Republic 1-0 and Togo 2-0. In the semi-final, they came from behind to defeat host nation Ghana 2-1. In the final, the Flying Eagles put up a strong fight against the Ivorians, but ultimately fell short. The only goal of the match was scored in added time when goalkeeper Ebenezer Harcourt dropped the ball from a free kick, allowing Sakara Chinodo to poke it into the net.
Tindanu! Look at the goal! Look at the strike! The man, Tindano Zakaria, he did it against Niger. That was the only goal they scored past Niger. And he repeated that in their last group game against the Sparrowhawks of Togo. He scored a second goal after Tape had given the lead to the Ivorians.
Still in sports, but this one on a sad note, wrestling legend Terry Bollea, popularly known as Hong Kong, has died at the age of 71. According to report, medics responded to his Clearwater, Florida home after being called for a cardiac arrest. Hogan was then placed on a stretcher and taken to an ambulance, but it never responded. In a statement on its official X account, WWE said it is saddened to learn of the passing of Hall of Famer Hong Kong. Beyond wrestling, Hogan also appeared in films like Rocky III as Thunder Lives, No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, and Mr. Nani. And that's it on the bulletin today. Before we go, we'll take another look at the main point. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Professor Netawe Yawada, has emerged the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, ABC, following his nomination and election by the party's National Executive Committee. We also told you that Federal Commissioner of National Population Commission, the Commissioner Kemi Inyoton, has reassured of a transparent and technology-driven upcoming census. We also told you that a cholera outbreak in 6 council areas of Niger State has claimed the lives of 13 people. And from the falling scene, 12 persons have died as a result of border clashes between Thai and Cambodia soldiers. And that's it on the news tonight. We thank you for being a part of it. Good evening.
Go.